Says you are now live. What's up, everybody? Make sure you log on to doggiediamondsnofilter.com. My official my official website. That's what happens when you take some days off. You be rusty. But make sure you log on to doggiediamondsnofilter.com. That is my official website, doggiediamondsnofilter.com. Listen, also, have you heard about this $100 promo deal that I'm running? If you didn't, let me give you some details really quick. The promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV as well as the Interlude TV. That's on the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the threads, the Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need, put you in front of over 500,000 people. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products. Just hit me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram, at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Yeah. Yes. I'm here. Took a few days off. I was chilling. But I had missed it, y'all. So I was like, let me come back on. Plus, sometimes the content be a little redundant, so you got to make up, stuff to talk about. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. We got Maxwell Trucking LLC in the building. Uncle Pone is in the building. Wayne Martin, what's up with you? Infinite at War. I don't know how to spell that, fam, but you remember. You gotta spell that out for me so I don't mess that up. Barbie Girl Tina Matrix is in the building. Stuart Harris is here. Big Ma the moderator. Bernadette Bernie is here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Realm is here. Johnny G, what's up? City Boy Floyd, what's up? Doing the research, what's up with you? Reggie T, what's up? Today's Thoughts, what's up? Crown Jewel Music Group, what's up? 050 The Movement is in the building. Jennifer Meseros, what's up? Mega Bills, what's up with you? Nate Jackson, what's up? Andre 3 Triple O's, what's up? Unpopping Opinions, what's up? Yes. Henry Blanco, what's up, is in the building. Disrupting Reality NYC. Shy Northside is here. Mr. Better Decisions is here. Idris, the God, 09 is here. Young Yala is here. James Bowen, what's up? And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, Iceberg Slim, we in here. Make sure you get them likes up. Only 29 likes. We gotta get them likes up. Slum 1777, what's up? Nisha 9 Stars, moderators in the building. Yes, Aqua Poppy, what's up? Yes. Infinite Awareness. Okay, there we go. Infinite Awareness. I got that from here on. From now on. Brooklyn is always here. Kyla Avery, what's up? She's a member as well. You see the people in green, they members. They're special. All y'all are special, but the people who are members are specialer, if that's a word. The specialists. Yes. And don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. Moderators are here. Shout out to 050 The Movement. Poor Righteous Teacher. Yes, share the live. Yes, share the live. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. Shout out to 050 The Movement is in the building. Them niggas is crazy. But shout out to them. Shout out to everybody, man. I took a few days off. Howard D, what's up? I took a few days. Joshua, what's up? Tone BC, I see you. I took a few days off. I was just chilling. I would just kick back. You know what I'm saying? I had put some content out a few days ago that was still going up. People mad at me because I was talking about the Dr. Dre. They was saying I'm a whack producer. They was saying a lot of stuff. This whack dude from YouTube, from Facebook, garbage dude. I wouldn't even give you no credit. You so garbage. You came and on me like talking about, oh, your whack production and all that. Oh, listen, man.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
You know what it is with me. Cut it out. Some of y'all should break y'all drum machine, break y'all computer. And I don't care what no white boy rappers got to say. Straight like that. Y'all hold no weight with me. I don't care what y'all say. But today's content is courtesy of Cameron and his show. The name of his show is, hold on one second. Why are you not popping up? That's very annoying. Oh, there we go. That's why. The name of his show is the You're Welcome Network. And I don't know if y'all see the Cameron interview with 50 and Cameron. It was fire though. I really like it. I think Cameron is a natural in this media thing. And I like him and 50 interview, but it's a segment of the interview that's just funny as hell where they discuss their beef. And it's just real funny. They discuss their issues that they have. Keep doing it. Shout out to you doing the research. Shout out to you. So they again, y'all, when y'all leave me any super chats, whatever, your name appear on the screen. So it's a part where they do an interview, and it's just hilarious as hell because they talk about Jim Jones, and the way they handled him was kind of wild. So, for some specific reason. Well, let's just watch it. Let's watch some of it. Here we go.
A rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset.
So Dipset was having issues, and y'all know for a reaction video, I can't play it through, so I have to play portions of it, then stop and react to it because for content purposes. But Dipset was having issues. I knew they were having issues because I knew a lot of people involved, but they was having issues. And I'm gonna explain that in a minute. Hold on.
Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show. I'm like,
Murder, stop laughing, man.
Like,
stop laughing.
Yeah, that was
it's just kind of smoke. Cause I wouldn't have thought about reaching out to Yayo or Lloyd Banks. I'm like, niggas going public?
Yo, I asked Jim Jones what made him come out on Rap City. Did y'all see that? Y'all gotta watch my interview with Jim Jones, but go ahead.
What this?
I'm like, yo.
What was your thought process behind saying, yo, you know what? Fuck the songs. How did this work?
Let me say this, look.
How'd it go?
I was there. I'm in your horse and carriage video. I'm in the pool.
I didn't even know that he was a horse and carriage video.
This.
Your horse and carriage video.
You told me this before.
I was in the pool in the horse and carriage video.
Wow, that's crazy.
So if you look, like when everybody's there,
right.
Jimmy was not a rapper.
So basically, what 50 is gonna explain is that he played Puppet Master, as he did with J Hood, he did with Remy. He played Puppet Master. Watch this.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like in the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when balling took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Shit fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam.
Damn. They was laughing.
Then you gotta watch to see how he responded. And then when you see,
so basically, he's saying that he threw it out there and Jim took the bait. And
he like, oh shit, he really like that. Hey, get me Jimmy.
damn.
Yeah, tell him we want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it because it was like,
damn, he said he bit the bait. See, I told you, he said he bit.
He was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again at that point. And then he's going, for them, they had records that where, look, I always said it's to certain artists, I go, damn, when is he going to have his moment? Like, Fab, I said this to him. Mm-hmm. I said, damn, but you really, I think his, what's the name, cuffing season was that fun.
Right.
But it wasn't the hit like that because it was talking exactly about what was going on at the moment. But the way he brought La Marina and all of the stuff, it was the hottest joint
What was going on
in that summer.
exactly at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and then but that also, La Marina and all that made it a good record, but at the same time, it dates the song too, because when La Marina's not popping no more and these places are not popping no more, the record goes away.
So I'm like, yo, that I jumped on the remix because that record was going without us. Like, so I was like, yeah, nah,
Right.
I got you. I do that, and then like we performed that joint. How many times did we perform that record on tour?
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Because it felt like a 50 Cent record to me. Like I was like, this is a hit. Like, but he didn't have like for a lyricist like a guy that's that intricate. But the writing, he didn't have a full on moment that was like Fab's the nigga. Period. Right now, like he had a lot of hit records on R&B artists, like a lot of real hot verses that came, but it was on somebody else's joint.
Right.
It's like, look,
One thing I give 50, he understands music and he understands the business of the music. But the fact that they sitting there laughing,
Dirk's run is like that. Dirk's biggest records are somebody else's record that he's on.
see,
Instead of his solo records.
See, he
by himself.
understands
Solo
music.
records make your hair stand up because they're talking some killer shit
yeah.
on there. But the records that really made them a success is usually a collaboration between him and another artist that they're working on.
Yeah.
But I was looking, going, when are you gonna have that moment specifically? And I know Jimmy was looking at that like it was someone else at the top of our culture acknowledging.
Right.
Yeah, see.
How you felt when Jim did that shit, Cam?
So it's over.
Damn. You heard what Murder asked him? Hold on. You heard what Uncle Murder asked him? It was over.
And I know Jimmy was looking at that like it was.
Cause see, look, remember Ballin' was a huge record. Ballin' was a huge record. And at this time, this was Jim's moment. This is when the arrival of Jim Jones was here as a soloist. He did records we liked and all that, but this was one of the biggest records ever at that time. And 50 knew, see how calculated he was? But let him continue.
Someone else at the top of our culture acknowledging.
Right.
How you felt when Jim did that shit, Cam?
So it's over.
Damn.
It's over.
No, because this what happened. So, like, you know, Fifth had sent niggas to my office with black roses and a little coffin. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I did the video. So I was like, all right, cool. This is
Yo, Curtis was fire though. Curtis! That was fire. Remember the Indian dude in the video was like, Curry! The hell did Curry have to do with Curtis?
cool. I remember this real talk. I was on probation at the time. My probation officer was like, come down to probation or we gonna lock you up on Thursday. I'm like, what the fuck I did? And New York City Intel was there.
Right.
And New York City Intel said, what's going on with you and 50 Cent? I said, it's some music shit. What the fuck are you talking about? They said, well, this it just seems like it's one. I say, yo, he puts people out of business. I gotta respond. I swerved everything I love. I told these niggas this. I'm like, yo, the man puts people out of business. You gotta say something else. Then one officer's like, yeah, he does, man. He does. I said, it's just on me. Y'all gonna talk to him? Like, they like, yeah, his flight is late. We're gonna have a conversation with him too.
But it's funny how I'm gonna tell the story at the end of this.
So the more the story is, like I said, Dipset at that time kind of really wasn't on the same page.
They
but
wasn't.
it wasn't
Public,
external. And I was like, maybe I could fix this shit before it gets out of hand. And that's where my mind frame was at. But then when niggas went on stage, I'm like,
Yeah,
shit,
it was Apollo.
shit that spun out of the nigga.
It just went out of control.
It is a checkmate moment, which was, I said, this nigga's devious right here. All right.
So what was happening? Shout out to Jordan Tower. He has an unreleased Joel Santana interview. So we was at Joel Santana crib, and I think Jim, this was a story. Jim and Jewels wanted to do some business with 50 because I don't know if y'all know, Slow Bucks and Jewels was close. That's how the Beamer Benz and Bentleys and all them records came about with Jewels and Lloyd Banks. They had kind of like the same clique. So you remember Slow Bucks was running with Jewels and they was running with Banks. They were supposed to do some business together. So what had happened was when Cam jumped on the phone and did that thing at Koch Records against 50, it kind of messed up the business that they were supposed to do. And Jewels actually said this. They were supposed to do some business and it messed up the business. And when Cam got on the phone with 50 and they argued, Jewels didn't know what the hell was going on. He was like, yo, how you, this gonna mess up, because think they did Beamers, Benz, and Bentleys. They ended up doing all that stuff. So he was like, that was gonna mess the business up. If Cam and 50 is beefing, then we can't do business. And that's, Jewels felt like Cam did it on purpose to mess up the business. But if the interview ever come out that I did with Jewels, I wonder if Jordan probably still has it. He says all that in the interview. Jordan, put that interview out. Might as well.
This shit right here. But I respect it. I liked it, that shit. I liked it, that shit. Yo,
You gotta figure it out because collectively there would have been an issue. At that point, that momentum was there. So you gotta look and go every time. Like I would look at it and say, how did I used to study Joe and them? I knew everybody in the background. That guy the third guy in the back on the corner. Yeah, they from Highbridge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm like this and that. Like I figured we knew all of them. Like so if something happened, I could immediately respond to it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
we was in it was an award show. No, it was Chris Lighty's thing. With Joe and them crews there. Pete and his mans they was going in before us and they let Joe in and didn't let his people in behind him. And then when I came to the door, I was like, no, you gotta let them in. And it's like yeah, they was gonna let my entourage in, but they stopped a couple guys that was with him. But I'm knowing that this is like Pete and the other one that
Rich, so my Rich, him and Rich.
Nah, not Rich. It was another one. It was he was gonna go. That was
Joe?
Yeah, I think he had a baby by Erica Mena. What was his name?
Oh, I think he passed away.
Yeah.
All right, copy. Yeah.
But he was one of the ones out of their little crew that they knew to go for. And I'm like, you don't want to leave them out here because it's gonna leave more balance.
Right.
If his guys that really got him is not there, he gonna be feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, I got them in. So I mean,
So I wanted to ask y'all, because this was a big deal for us in New York City. How was y'all around the country? How was y'all feeling? Because obviously Cam and Jim has some issues right now. What it is, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Obviously, they're not on the same page, but for some reason, I don't think Jim ever been on It Is What It Is, and he hasn't been on here yet. And this is monumental for Jim Jones, for 50 Cent and Cameron to sit down together and do an interview. And I think it was a good interview. First of all, 50 Cent gives the best interviews in hip-hop culture. And Cameron actually able to conduct a dope interview. And out of all of the rappers who do interviews, I think Cameron might be the best. I haven't seen anybody else that does better interviews than him out of the rappers. A lot of the rappers who do interviews suck, you know what I'm saying? But Cameron is definitely dope. But do y'all fault Jim Jones though? Because if you having issues and it's not looking too good, and I think it was some real monetary issues. I think it was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that was going on that we didn't know about. I think Jim Jones is supposed to take his moment. Like, think about this. When 50 Cent and Kanye had that big week, Jim Jones was putting out an album as well. So that's why he came out on BET Rap City with 50. Although it looked like some betrayal or a bad move, but he was able to put his name in the hat of everybody was talking about him. Now, in respect to Jim Jones, he was just a hype man, and then now he was a rapper, and that's what 50 played off of. So, if you was Jim Jones right now, could you be cool with Cam if they sitting there laughing at you? Like, because there's water under the bridge, but that messed a lot of money up. And then they went on to they end up going to they end up doing verses, which they lost they lost really, really bad. But I don't know. I thought 50 played the hell out of them. Because say what you want, I'm gonna be real. I thought 50 was losing to Cam. I thought Curtis was hard. I liked what was 50 record going at him? Funeral Music? Funeral Music was cool. I like Hold On by 50 Cent and Young Buck. I love Hold On, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, because again, I think Jim Jones never really told his story in the sense of what really happened between Cameron and them. They like kind of deaded it a little bit, but I remember hearing some stuff. But Curtis, talking about some Curtis, remember that part of that shit? And remember when he had the courtroom scenes? Like, I'm telling on you, man. He's doing this. So, but it's dope for them to sit down because think about how petty they both are. Think about how internet trolly they both are. And for them to sit down and talk, it's dope. And I wish they had did some music, you know, together. I wish they had did some music, but is it too late for Cam? Nah, I think Cam and 50 should go in and make something happen. Like do they? I think they should do something just for the. Don't they got a record together? Trying to think if they was because of you're right, Young Boy 24 because of the diss. 50 changed the name of his album to Curtis. That's how effective that shit was. That shit was effective like that, but it's like now they could sit down, and I never seen Jim Jones on any of Cameron's shows. I never seen Jim Jones there, and I think Cameron would do some real numbers if he brings. I think if he brings Jewels on there and they talk, and if he bring Jim Jones on the show and they talk, I think that shit would be big. I think that shit would do big numbers. But Jim Jones, if I was Jim Jones, I would be a little pissed right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When you see these two dudes sitting back laughing at each other, laughing at your expense because you realize that you were used in that situation, and you thought you were kind of you thought you were coming up off the situation, but it's kind of like you got played a little bit. And then after he did Ballin', if I'm not mistaken, that was his highest point. And I don't know. I don't know. Because when I looked at this show, this is not, it is what it is. This is Cameron's own thing. And the funny thing about that is that Mace is not there. And I wonder if 50 rock with Mace. Y'all saying Mace don't rock with Jim, but I wonder if 50 rock with Mace because Mace was supposed to sign to 50. So I wonder what the hell is going on. But again, that's what I'm saying. Jim, all right, it's one big 50 don't like nobody. 50 probably don't even like me. But whatever. 50 don't like I don't think he likes Jim Jones. Remember him and Jim Jones was beefing a few months ago. And I think Jim Jones, I think, but see, this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. Sometimes for views and likes, you gotta do shit that you wouldn't normally do. Obviously, Cam don't need the views, but I'm just saying, I think it's, I think for all of you people who were super duper Dipset fans, there is something that we don't know, something that we didn't learn from this situation. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we didn't learn from this situation. So that's what I really want to know. I want to know what really happened. Because again, like I said, I interviewed Joel Santana. Jordan Tower filmed it. And Joel's had revealed some stuff in that interview that when 50 jumped on the phone and dissed Cam, they didn't know why that happened. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't understand why that happened. And Joel's felt like 50 was trying to sabotage the business. No, Cam was trying to sabotage. Because remember, at this time, 50 Cent is the number one artist. He's the number one artist. And anything that 50 Cent touched at that particular time was out of here. And I know, again, via Slow Bucks, they all were supposed to do some shit together. That was Jim, definitely Jewels, and 50. And when that happened, it didn't happen. When they started beefing, it didn't happen. And I felt like out of the whole situation, Jewels got the short end of the stick because he didn't have this mega career that everybody thought Joel Santana was going to have. Joel Santana was supposed to be, damn, I don't even know who to compare who. Joel Santana would have been the first Joel Santana when you really think about it, because he was set up. And I think they business just wasn't correct. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but see, when it come to Cameron, let me tell you something. When it come to Cameron, a lot of the members of Dipset, they be scared to talk. They be fucking scared. Like they'll want to tell you something, but then they won't say. They just be scared to talk for some reason. And I heard a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but nobody will go on the record and say anything. And when they do, for example, I had an interview with J.R. Ryder. He revealed a lot of shit, but he did not want that interview to come out. It's somewhere too. I wonder if I can find that shit. I had an interview with J.R. Ryder where he explained a lot, and then he just didn't want the interview to come out. He had did it before he went to prison. I sat down with him for like an hour, and he did a whole interview explaining everything, and then he just did not want the interview to come out. I don't know why. Okay, you want to come in here and spam? There we go. You're out of here for at least, let me give you 24 hours. Yeah, there you go. Nobody give a fuck about your music on streaming platforms. J.R. Ryder told he didn't want me to put the interview out. No, he didn't want me to put an interview out. When a portion of the interview had went out, he actually flagged it. He actually flagged it, but at that time we wasn't in charge of what was going on with Forbes DVD at the time. And the portion of the interview came out and he flagged it. And it was a part about Cameron and and Jay-Z or something like that. But it was a dope. I wonder if I got the shit somewhere. It's somewhere. And he didn't want the interview to come out. And he flagged the interview. You know what I'm saying? What's his real name? Rusty Brito flagged the goddamn interview. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But it's funny now to see them laughing and joking together. And you got Yayo there. You got Uncle Murder there. But Cameron is by himself. And, you know, besides Banks not being there, he's still got his crew, you know, and Cam is by himself. And there's no Jewels, there's no Jim Jones, and you know, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy. I gotta find that J.R. Writer interview. You know what I'm saying? He talked about the true life shit. He talked about a lot of shit in that interview, but Cam is by himself, and it's like Jewels had dropped some Jewels had dropped some music. He dropped a record with him, Meek, I think Jim Jones, and it just ain't, I don't know. It just ain't catching on. It just ain't, you know, and I wish Banks would do an interview too. Banks, come on, man. I really want to know what's 50 and Banks issues. Get the likes up too, please. We don't even have 200 likes. We got almost 1,000 people in the room, but we don't even have 200 likes. We gotta change that. I wonder what's Banks' real issues with 50. I wonder what's the problem, and if it could be mended, because again, yeah, with Rowdy Rebel, exactly. For the music, you know, people be wanting the music to happen. I don't know what happened with Uncle Murder and Mano relationship, but I know that at one point 50 wasn't too happy with Mano because 50 helped Mano get his deal. You know, he definitely helped him get his deal. And when 50 was beefing with Jim Jones, Mano was at that time working with Jim Jones. And I think he just you know, let Mano know, yo, don't forget what I did for you. You know, and even with Banks, you know, when you go through a tragedy like that or something like that, it's hard to tell somebody when they should heal or whatever, you know. It's hard to tell somebody when they should get over it. It's hard to tell somebody, yo, you know, you ain't even know your father. Get over it. You know, that's kind of hard, especially for somebody who don't have their mother and their father. So I don't really know what happened. But if you listen to Prodigy's book, him and Banks been having problems since Prodigy spoke about it in Prodigy's book. You know, he spoke about it in Prodigy's book. He spoke about Banks and 50 having issues. But he felt like Banks should have worked through his issues when his pops passed away. And Banks, you know, you gotta heal how you heal. But then again, now listen, and then in 50 defense, we have to realize that this is a business, right? So if I give you certain amount of monies, if you are this, that, and the third, sometimes we don't have time, and this sounds crazy, but it's real. Sometimes we don't have time to mourn. Sometimes we don't have time to sit back and sulk and say this happened, because the rent still got to get paid, the mortgage still got to get paid, that car note still got to get paid. A lot of stuff still has to get paid for. and you don't have time to sit back and really grieve because you still got to pay bills. And I don't think Banks was established enough to be able to chill. And like you said, Truck 74080, you only get so many bereavement days, even at your job. If somebody passes away, they're like, yo, you got 3 days to mourn, but then you better bring your ass back to work. And that's the issue. Still got to work. So I think 50 was coming at it from that perspective, but it's hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like, your father, your sibling, your mother. It's tough to just say, yo, you got to work through it. You get what I'm saying? So I get what 50 was saying, and I understand what Banks is saying, but I think it was more than that. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and people could not agree with me. I think most of the times when men have issues with each other and we don't know the issues, it's always behind a chick. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be real with you. Whenever men have issues with each other and we don't know the issues, it's a chick involved somewhere. Just remember, I'm telling you that. It's always a girl somewhere. And I think 50 he understands business, and he doesn't, not saying he's cold-hearted, but some of the issues and problems that other people might face, he faced a lot of his fears. So it don't affect him the same way like it would one of us. It's not gonna bother him the way it would one of us. He's an only child. He lost his mother, his father, his grandmother, his grandfather. So loss is something that don't bother him. You get what I'm saying? So when you lose somebody and you say, yo, I lost everybody, because I ain't gonna front. Sometimes I feel like that. So sometimes when people be sorrowful to me and tell me about problems and stuff, it'd be hard for me to digest it sometimes, because not that I don't care, but I don't know how to sit around and sulk. So like if you go on Facebook right now, it's a lot of people always saying rest in peace all day, all up and down my timeline. So sometimes I don't relate to it. I seen people saying rest in peace to Rayful Edmonds, and I was like, for what? Yeah, I know I don't even like people coming in my chat saying rest in peace to people if I'm not talking about them in the video. Like, I just don't relate to rest in peace to this, rest in peace, especially if I didn't know them and they didn't have no real impact on my life. I don't know how to just be like rest in peace. I don't know them. That's for their loved ones and people who care about them, but it's not for me to be sitting in the crib acting like I'm sad because said person passed away and I didn't even know them. I don't even, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I don't know. Like I feel bad, but they'll be like, and I'm saying this with all due respect, they'll be like, yo man, rest in peace to James Earl Jones. And I'd be like, how old was he? And if you say, yeah, he was 97, I'm like, that nigga lived a nice full life. Like, I ain't sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he lived a great life. Shit. But people be trying to be all sad and shit, and I don't know how to relate to that. Like, I can be sad, but I've been trying to convey to people lately, all of this sadness shit, I don't want to be around that, because sadness is infectious. I'm telling you, if you sad and I care about you, I automatically start get your sadness starts rubbing off on me, because I'm an empath, so I'm gonna be empathetic to your feelings. But if you sad because Rayful Edmonds died, I'm gonna be like, what the hell that got to do with anything? You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times I'd be like, yo, why is this all up and down my timeline? Like Rayful Edmonds? I don't want to trauma bond with nobody. I don't want to, I don't want to be like, rest in peace to this person. I don't want to do that. Like I want to, it's people who is impactful in my life. I don't even say it period at all. Sometimes I might, and you see me when people in my family pass away, I still come on here and I still do my shows and do my work. That's how I cope with it. But I don't know how to just crawl up in the corner and ball up in the corner and lay in the bed for 10, 20 days. You know what I'm saying? And I just be feeling like people be trying to out-sad each other and have a sad contest. And now, we all get sad, but sometimes when you sad, you could go there and stay there. You don't know, I am an empath and you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know me. So how could you say what I am and what I ain't? You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Again, if I sit there and I play sad with everybody, then I'm gonna be sad because look at your Facebook wall. Look at your Instagram wall. Anybody who passed away, you'll see that shit all over social media. All over social media, to whereas everybody feel like they got to report it. Social media became a reporting thing. So where if such and such passed away, people will find a picture of this person and write a long caption about the person, and it's different when the person impacted your life. But if you just like this person, sometimes I'd be like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I stay off of social media for a few days because if I go to my Facebook wall right now, I wouldn't do it because out of respect for people and their privacy. But you see it all up and down your timeline. And it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, So yeah, I can't, me personally, I can't do it. I feel like sometimes, when you going through something, you have your time, you go through it and you got to work through it, because if not, sadness is a place that you can stay for a long time. You can stay there for a very long time, and it's hard, and that's a place that's hard to climb out of. So if you hit me up and you have an issue, we could work through it. But if every day you got an issue, then the issue is you. And that's what I be trying to convey to people, but nobody don't get what the hell I'm saying sometimes. And they just want to say, today, yeah, today. Yeah. And it's like, so you just don't have no good days then. You know what I'm saying? Like so your life is just fucked up. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So me, laughter, dealing with with children and having fun, it gets me through a lot, but I can't stay there with you. I could visit. What y'all doing over here? Oh, y'all sad? All right, yo, I'm gonna be over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't stay there with you. And a lot of times, people don't know how to remove themselves from it, and you become a professional victim, and then you start victimizing me with your sadness. So as empathetic as I am, I'm going to take that on. So if I see somebody that I got love for, love hurt, I'm naturally going to want to talk to them, heal them, and work through it. But then now I start thinking about my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if I sit here and say, damn, my mother passed away, that's why I don't really talk about shit too much. If I say, yo, my mother passed away when I was 2, all of y'all in the chat who lost your mother, you automatically gonna think about your mother. So sometimes we have to be careful what we say to people, because we could take them down a sadness roller coaster that they didn't even sign up for today. You might have been having a good day. So it's like Mother's Day and certain days, the holidays, last year you might have had a whole family with you this year. You might be displaced or certain members of your family passed away. We always have to be conscious of others. That's why I be telling people, stop, don't come around me with that sad shit. I don't want to deal with it because I have a lot of issues that I've dealt with, that I deal with them, but you trying to take me to a place that I can visit, but I can't reside there. And I know how to leave. But if you're always there, how do I leave? And that's what I keep trying to tell people. Yo, you're always there. I can visit you there, but I have to leave. But you keep calling me to come back there, and I don't want to be there because if you ever suffer from depression and anxiety, it's very, very hard to overcome. And it's very, very hard to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And many people are depressed or anxious or have different mental health issues going on, and they don't know how to convey it. So all they do is, complain about their life and the issues going on in life. And then when you listen to it, it automatically takes you to where you start thinking about your shit. And I be telling people, yo, look, man, let's just talk about something else. Let's talk about what make us happy, what make us smile. Let's talk about some food, some video games or something. But if our bond is trauma, if our bond is the things we've been through, that is the problem. What's the solution? And I think people don't like the solution because the solution sometimes means that you have to change. You have to change the way you think. You have to change the way you process. You have to change some of the things that you eat, some of the places you go. Certain smells, certain outfits, certain colors can trigger you. And I keep telling people, yo, just leave me alone with certain shit because I don't want to hear it. It's very, very triggering, very, very annoying. And some people don't know how to stop because they want healing. And a lot of times we've been the go-to person. But what happens when the strong person is weak? Again, let me ask y'all, who's the psychiatrist? Because you got to have some type of issues to be hearing all these stories all day, every day. And some of us don't self-soothe. Some of us don't self-medicate. Some of us don't do these things. We work our way through it. We talk our way through it. And we do different methods and different exercises to get through it. But you're not doing nothing but staying there dormant. And then what happens is you're telling me about your issues, but who the hell could I tell about mine? So a lot of times you can speak to people about something and they like, yeah, me too, man. I know what you're going through. I don't want to know what you're going through, honestly. I don't want to know what you're going through. I don't want to feel you. I don't want to understand you, truthfully, because mental anguish is a motherfucker. Pain is a motherfucker. So sometimes, again, you see people that's just crashing out. You see people crashing out and they don't know how to express themselves. So they express it via anger. They express it drunk, getting high, over hypersexual, and again, I just be telling people sometimes like, yo, I don't want to be here with you. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's not in the flesh, it's mental. You have to talk to me about more positive things because I be wanting to go places and never return to certain places because that shit is very, very hard to climb out of once you climb out of it. It's very, very hard. It takes years of therapy, years of just a lot of cognitive skills and thinking. It takes a lot. We're dealing with grief. You're dealing with so many things to deal with. And again, people don't take into consideration other people when you chatting about your shit. When you say, hey man, this happened at work and all that, we never take into account that somebody might be on the edge. And that little information that you told them today, you might have pushed them over the edge. You might have triggered something in them. You might have. That's why it's always good to talk to professionals because sometimes if you talk to your people, you never know how your people is going to react. And another thing, before I go on, I'm gonna get off this topic rather. The reason why some people, myself included, reason why sometimes it seems like I don't care is because I can't. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna explain it the best way that I could. The reason why it seems like I don't care to people, because people always accuse me of not caring. The problem is I care too much. I'm gonna overthink the situation and drive myself absolutely crazy caring about something that I can't control. So I can't care. It's not that I don't, I can't. Because if I care, I'm handicapped, and I know there's nothing I can do to remedy the situation. I feel helpless and I feel powerless. And now I just took on all of your stress and all your problems. Now they're mine. And there's nothing I could do. So a lot of times it's not that I don't care, it's that I can't. For my sanity. So it's not that I don't care, I can't care. I can't, because I know me. I know that I'm going to try to remedy any situation. I know that I'm going to do all that I can. And sometimes I can't take on burdens that is nothing that I can do. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I could do about it. And you see many people on YouTube that you like. You see them crashing out every night. You see them, and all they know how to do is really afflict their pain on other people. And they make it seem like they're helping. They make it seem like they're doing something. Thank you, Beautifully Balanced. Thank you for speaking about mental health. We have break the stigma in our community. You know, it's funny. I had put up, at one point I had probably like 30, 40 videos about mental health, and I had took them down. Those are my lowest views video, and for some reason they don't like me talking about mental health on here and stuff like that when I'm talking about. But again, you have to pace yourself. And I think sometimes people don't know you're pacing and they don't know what you're going through. So they'll just bombard you. And it's like, yo, I'm not even the right mind state or the right, I'm not right now to be dealing with that. You know, think people will call you something. They don't even ask you if you're sitting down. They'll just bombard you. You know, they'll call you. You know, I've had people call me screaming, crying, and just be on some, yo, such and such just died. And I'm like, well, how do I process? Again, and everything has to be processed. You know, when you tell somebody something or somebody tell you something, it goes to your ear, and then it goes to your brain. And then sometimes it hits your brain, and then it hits your heart, it hits your stomach, it hits your nuts. And your stomach, sometimes you could get nauseous, you could have to go to the bathroom. Different things hit you in a different way, but people think they just told you something. But they don't know what they told you. It affected your whole nervous system, it affected your body, it affected your vision. You could get lightheaded. And they just tell you shit. They just spew something to you like it's just like saying, I'm going to the store. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes people don't even prep you for information, and I'm going to tell you this. And when you're a good listener and you give good advice and you remedy shit, people tend to lean on you, and it becomes a bit much. So again, with me, I know sometimes for me, you know, it seems like I don't care, but it's not that I don't care. Again, I can't. So sometimes, I remember when my sister passed away, my other sister called me screaming. And I remember sitting there saying, why the fuck are you, I said it to myself, I didn't say it out loud, but I remember saying, why the fuck are you calling me screaming and crying? I don't care what happened. I don't understand you. I don't hear you, but you decided to pick up the phone and call me at a time where I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know what you're saying. And I try to tell people, gather yourself, and then prepare everybody. If you're going to be the voice, gather yourself and do it in a way, because somebody could fall out and pass away from the shit you telling them. Seriously. And I remember when it was my turn to call people, I remember saying to myself, how would I want to receive this phone call? So when my sister's baby father suddenly died, I remember calling her. I remember saying, yo, what's up? You good? Yo, I need to talk to you. This is what's happening. But the way I said it, it kind of sounded not cold, but I knew to say it a certain way because I didn't want to alarm her. For example, right? If you have a child, whether it's your child, niece, nephew, whatever, step, whatever. If you have a child, the look on your face could scare the hell out of a child, because when you are the adult, most of the time you're the superhero. You're the strongest, you're the biggest, you got all the money. But if you look afraid to a child, they will automatically get scared because they never seen you afraid before. So you have to think about how you act around children. You got to think about how you talk around children. You always have to keep that in mind. And sometimes we get so excited that we forget our excitement, our pain. Cool World TV, thank you for becoming a sponsor of the channel. You forget that you could have just ruined somebody's whole lifetime because you don't know how to control yourself. News is very, very depressing. News is very, very sad. But you have to think, you're an adult. How you process, that child might not ever be able to process ever again what you just said, what you just did. I remember, listen, I could remember, like you could remember your mother crying. You remember her face. You, especially seeing like your father crying to somebody, you remember seeing the strongest people cry. You remember seeing them, and you'll never forget that. So you have to be careful what you do in front of children. And I just think we at a time where people think the children understand everything. Although they are more brilliant than maybe we were when they were age, they still are children and their brain is not fully developed. So you have to be careful with that. I don't care how smart your child is. I don't care what they know. I don't care how many times they could read to 20 pages or they could count to 9,000. You still have to be careful. And I think a lot of times we're not careful. We just go off emotion, all the yelling and the screaming and shit. And again, I remember when I'm telling you, when my sister called me, I just didn't understand what she was. Why are you screaming? I remember just saying that to myself. Why are you screaming? You know, why are you screaming? Like, let's process this. And I can't process with you screaming on the phone. I can't process. And it's not her fault, but she's one of them sad ass people, you know. So that right there automatically made me say, here we go. You know, I just had to say all that because with us, not many people have these talks that aren't so-called professionals. And just because you don't got a piece of paper, that don't mean you didn't go through it. And there's no exploitation for me. Like, I don't get anything for having these talks with you about shit like this. But look at a rapper, and let's take it back to the above conversation what started all of this. Look at a rapper who's on top of the world, who's in one of the biggest groups, who's next to one of the biggest artists of all time, and grief could hit them. They don't know how to snap out of it. And people think, Yo, just get over it. How? How do you do something that you never had to do before? You know? So, shit, I've lost so many people that sadly I'm kind of numb to that shit. And you know what's funny? I'm happy though that I'm numb because within the numbness, I can help other people cope. You know, I can help other people because if we both excited, we both screaming, who has the rational mind? Who's gonna make the rational decisions if we're both out of control, we both screaming, we both sad. Like, again, me going through this shit at a young age and just always constantly going through it, I know what somebody else might be feeling at the moment, so I know how to deal with them. I know how to break the news to people. I know how to, because sometimes we say, sometimes, some people say, if you need anything, let me know. And it's like, well, I need my fucking brother back. So I don't say that to people. I just say to people, if you need to talk. Because I'm going to tell you something. In the times of grief, some people just want to be left the fuck alone in their thoughts to try to, again, the processing is the hardest part. I think sometimes people don't let people process. People, you okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? Let it out. You got to cry. Let it out. And you don't know how everybody grieves different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grieves different, but sometimes let it out, let it out, let it out, and it's like, yo, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. And then I don't like when people try to tell me that I'm sad or they're telling me that I'm going through something or I got trauma or something. Let me tell you what the fuck is going on with me. I don't like to be diagnosed by nobody. I tell everybody that, and it's so hard for people to grasp that from me. Don't try to diagnose me. Don't tell me what I'm going through. I can convey my message very, very well. I can tell you exactly what's bothering me. I can tell you exactly what I'm going through. But for some reason, people like to try to, because right now and it's like, yo, you have no clue what's happening right now. You have no clue. You have no clue what's going on. I didn't even tell you what's happening. And you telling me I need to do this and do this and do that. You don't even know what's going on. Cause let me say what's happening. And then if I want you to, you can try to remedy the problem. But a lot of times sometimes we just want an ear. And people won't even give an ear. They just give a running ass mouth. And it's annoying. You get what I'm saying? It's very, very annoying sometimes. And again, when I find myself around too much sadness, I always retreat. Like, yo, I gotta get up out of here because motherfuckers is just, I could visit you, but I can't stay there. But I ain't mean to really go down that rabbit hole. You see, we went from like 800 people in the room. We started talking about shit like this. Niggas like, oh, I'm out of here. And this is, it's a tough topic to talk about. It's also a tough topic to hear because everybody not ready to hear this. So I even understand why people will leave. Everybody not ready to hear this. Everybody not ready to process this certain type of information. Everybody can't cope. Some people can't cope. Some people got to get high. Some people got to get drunk. Some people got to be promiscuous. They don't know how to cope. And I don't fault anybody for how they cope. But when the coping mechanism that you choose is self-sabotaging, then that's a problem. And what you choose, if it could affect me some type of way, then that's a problem. Other than that, you got to do what you got to do. But everybody can't take these topics. Everybody can't deal with this, and some things are very, very triggering, Some things are very, very triggering, but I'm more of a solution. And, when I look at myself, I'm multidimensional because for people who don't watch me most of the time, for people who who's not into what I'm into, they think I'm a music head or talking about music or whatever. I'm a well-rounded individual that could talk about many different things, but you wouldn't know if you don't stick around and you not subscribed. You wouldn't know if you're not a frequent visitor of the channel. You wouldn't know, because over here we gonna laugh, we gonna do a bunch of shit. We gonna laugh, we gonna have fun, we gonna joke, we gonna do a lot of shit. We gonna talk about rap, we gonna talk about music, we gonna talk about life, because that's what platforms are for. That's what platforms are for. I know y'all getting sick and tired of motherfuckers talking about the same shit every day. If you look on certain platforms, outlets rather, they talk about the same shit every day. People will get on Twitter, say the same shit every day. Facebook, say the same shit every day. Instagram, say the same shit every day. And it's like, it's redundant. You know, what's the solution? And that, to me, is more important than everything. I understand my problems, because with me, I do a lot of self-evaluating, and I be kicking my own self in the ass every day. And sometimes you are too hard on yourself and you overthink. They say the average person thinks about 70,000 thoughts a day. I know I think probably 140,000. You know, so again, yeah. In a good song that I listen to, "So Alone" by Men at Large is a good listen when grieving. No, because it's gonna make you cry more. It's two songs that before I bounce. It's two songs I think you should listen to if you're going through it. One is "I Won't Complain" by the Reverend Paul Jones. Although you might not be religious or believe in God a certain way, it's just a song just saying, I had my good days, I had my bad days, you know, but regardless, I'm gonna be all right. That, and to my favorite record that I've been listening to for about 20, 25 years is Donny Hathaway, "Someday We'll All Be Free." Ironically, Donny Hathaway unalived himself, but he was making music for us. See, some people be their own problem and their own solution, and then they sacrifice themselves for us. So I listen to Donny Hathaway, "Someday We'll All Be Free." I got every version of it, the live version, but I always listen to "I Won't Complain" too, you know, because you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, but you still here. And another song by Marvin Sapp, "Here I Am." That's another song, "Here I Am." And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Listen, if you could remove the thought of it being overly religious, listen to some gospel. Gospel it's going to get you. It's very, very uplifting. Gospel, believe it or not, gospel is very, very uplifting. So I listened to "Here I Am" by Marvin Sapp, I believe his name is. Yeah. So I listen to a lot of shit, and then you have people who, you know, be careful with a lot of shit too, because even people who remember when Andre 3000 did the flute, people was like, it was healing and this, that, and the third. First of all, that was cap, because the hertz wasn't the same. Once the hertz goes on YouTube, or it goes on whatchamacallit, they squash it. So when people say the frequency was healing, that shit was corny, because it wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. Once they put it on these social media platforms, it squashes the music. So the hertz was already down. So again, you know, but again, like you could be on top of the world today and feel the lowest of the low tomorrow. Shit just is what it is, and it just happens. You know, this week I just wasn't even in you know, I just didn't feel like doing nothing. So I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Clark Sisters is fire. It's a song, it's a live record that I watch. Damn, I'm gonna say it in a minute. Damn, what's the Clark Sisters song that I always listen to? It's all of them on there. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, again, shout out to everybody that watch me. Shout out to everybody who subscribe, who share this, who like, who sent a super chat, and who sent me a cash app. I put out some other records. Oh, I ain't telling. Oh, I'm about to give away a gem. Oh my God, it's a sample gem. Oh my God, whoa. I almost messed up. Hold on. I gotta show y'all. I gotta tell y'all this Clark Sister song. Hold on, cause I listen to it a lot. But it's a live version. I almost told y'all another gem, but I don't want to tell y'all that. I don't want to tell y'all that, cause that's Oh, it's called Jesus is a Love Song by the Clark Sisters, but it's the live version. That right there. I just like the singing. Singing is fire. A lot of the Clark Sisters shit is dope though. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't telling y'all that. I found some fire sampling. I ain't telling y'all that. No. I almost slipped up and said, oh, no. I ain't doing that. But yeah, if you find this, the Clark Sisters right here, it's fire. Yeah, all the Clark Sisters shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? Even the daughter, it's like another generation of them. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all, let me get up out of here. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.